Today we're going to be checking out this neat little starter camera quad, the UDI U31W Navigator, sent to me courtesy of DroCon. Let's get into the review and check out this nice little flyer. The U31W is a micro-sized camera quad, and it has altitude hold and Wi-Fi FPV, and it also has a very nice wide-angle lens on it. The wide-angle lens is going to provide you with nice aerial views. The camera is 720p, and it records at kind of like a weird frame rate. It seems to record at like odd frame rates, 19 frames per second, and then it jumps around a little bit, so maybe a little bit inconsistent with the frame rate. But the visuals are pretty good. Enjoy this camera. I'd say it's definitely in the upper echelon of toy grade quadcopters as far as cameras go. Probably on par with the Sky Viper V2400. The video looks very reminiscent of that. It flies very stable, has two rates, a low and a high, and the low seems to start out kind of docile. It kind of ramps up its speed, it seems like. You give it forward input and it doesn't go super fast right away, and then it kind of ramps up the speed a little bit. It comes out of the box with prop guards attached, and it actually flies pretty well with the prop guards. I don't normally fly with prop guards anymore, but since they were attached right out of the box, I figured I'd give it a flight with them. So I ended up giving a few flights with them, and it actually doesn't fly all that bad. I don't notice a whole lot of difference between with and without prop guards. Either way, it flies very stable, and you get some nice aerial views with this quad. This is definitely intended to be a camera quad. It doesn't fly super aggressive. It can get going pretty fast when you give it full forward pitch on the high rate, but the yaw rate is not extreme on it, so it doesn't really funnel all that well, and it doesn't really get all that maneuverable. It comes with a proprietary one cell 350 milliamp hour 25C LiPo battery, and it is going to just slide in, and then it also has an on and off switch, which a lot of these quads do not these days, so I like that it does have the on-off switch. Seems to be very durable. Haven't had any major crashes with it, although in the flight review you will see I will crash it a couple times in the flight review, and those were the worst crashes I had with it. And it's worth noting that the battery tends to come off in harder crashes, so your video clips are going to record in 1.5 minute clips or 2 minute clips, something like that. And you'll see in the review I actually have a crash and the battery pops off, so I do lose part of the video file of the review. So definitely be aware of that as you're flying around. Speaking of the battery, with the included charging cable, it takes about an hour to charge, and you're going to get about a 6 to maybe 7 minute flight out of the quad. Also want to mention, I did enjoy the packaging of this quad. It comes in a very clean package, and inside the box everything has its place and it's organized very nicely. There's like layers of plastic holding things in place. Really cool, and I do really like the card that comes on top of the transmitter that labels what each button does. And you'll notice looking at the transmitter, it is very DJI-esque. So I think they're definitely gearing this one toward aspiring aerial photographers and videographers. I think if you want to get into aerial photography, or if you like micro quads with cameras, you're definitely going to like this one and you're not going to be disappointed. It flies well, it's pretty durable. I like the wide angle lens, and the video quality isn't half bad for a toy grade quad. So let's get into the flight review and check it out. This is going to be the flight review of the UDI Navigator, sent to me courtesy of DroCon, a seller on Amazon. Thanks to DroCon for sending me this one. It is a nice little micro flyer with a wide angle lens on it. Pretty good flyer too, and it does come with prop guards attached. It actually flies pretty well with the prop guards. I've done a few flights with them, so if you want to leave those on, go right ahead. I'm going to put the quad down for a second and just go over the transmitter. It comes with this nice little overlay, which is pretty nice. I've never seen this before. So it gives you what every button does. So there's these two little button looking things under here, up here. They're non-functional. And you got your on-off switch, your headless mode, your one key takeoff, landing, and emergency stop. So if you push it once, it's going to take off, and then if you hold it, it's going to kill the motors for you. And then if you just push it again once you're in the air, it'll do a auto landing. And the sticks are pretty self-explanatory. And then if you flip it over, you have your rates button here, and this will put it in a trim mode. So this is one of those ones where you put it in a trim mode and then give it direction of which way you want to trim it. So pretty neat on that. And it also has dual antennas. Haven't opened it up to see if they're actually functioning dual antennas. And then you have a holder for your smart device. A little bit finicky to get your smart device in here. I'll show you that in a minute. And let's just take a quick look at the quad. As I said, wide angle lens on the front. Prop guards just kind of snap on and off. And underneath you have your Wi-Fi antenna. And then back here is your SD card. This is a 4 GB Toshiba branded micro SD card, and it comes with that, so that is very nice. Class 4. So I did try a class 10 in here. I didn't really see any difference. So battery is proprietary. It is a 1-cell 350 milliamp hour 25C LiPo battery, and it just slides in like this. And this does have an on-off switch, so that's very nice. So we'll set it down here and we will connect it. So you hold the on-off button till the lights come on, start flashing, turn your transmitter on. And when you get the little beep there, hopefully you heard that, you are ready. And the other thing with this is it came attached with a note that says once you're bound like that, to hold the stick down and to the right, and it's gonna calibrate the gyros. There you go, you heard it. LEDs flash down here. I'm not sure if you're able to see that or not. I'm gonna link this up to my smart device. And the app for this one is called Flying C. And it is available on Google Play and Apple, whatever they call it, the Apple iTunes or whatever, App Store. I'm an Android guy, so I didn't even turn my phone on here, so I'm gonna apologize. I'm just gonna cut to when we're all ready to go here. So you're gonna look for the UDI RC FPV Wi-Fi network, and it is an open network. I've already connected to it. So let's go in here. And this is the same one from the other UDI I did a while back. Same app, and then you load it up here, and you're gonna have a nice little app. You got your home button, VR button. This one also, you can push this little finger looking thing, and you can give it waypoints, like a direction to do. Haven't really messed around with that. I might do another video with that. Your emergency button is gonna start and stop, or it's gonna kill your motors basically while you're in the air. It's a nice little feature. It also has it, I think if you hold this button, the auto land and auto takeoff, it'll do that. You do have settings where your transmission quality, I've got mine set to 480p, and then you can reset your trimming or you can save it in there. That's pretty cool. And then over here you got, if you want to fly it with the G sensor and video recording, let's record, and it will take pictures. So I believe we're about ready to take off here. It is a little finicky to get this in, and it does tend to flop around a little bit, but gets the job done. So let's do an auto takeoff here, and hovering up nice, coming back a little bit. And nice wide angle lens on here. Let's get a shot of me. Let's not go into the tree too. Let's not do that. So the camera on this is pretty nice. I'm liking it. Let's bring it back towards me. Pretty calm right now. Let's get a shot of this pavilion in a different spot here. I'm actually in the town I grew up in. And this does have like an alarm if it loses transmission or reception, whatever you want to call it, with the quad. It'll give you some beeps. And it's happened to me a few times, so be a little bit careful, but it's been pretty reliable otherwise. But with these Wi-Fi app quads, sometimes they can do some squirrely things. And liking this one so far. I've flown this one around quite a bit. There we go, it beeped there for a second. I don't know if it got a little squirrely or what happened here. Let's bring it down a little bit. And let's go into the higher rate here. So there's just a high and a low rate. So now we should be in the higher rate. Let's go speed pass. It's not super quick. I mean, it is a camera quad, so I wouldn't really expect it to be. It's mostly meant for aerial video. So another one coming at us. I mean, it's okay speed. Let's go back to the low rate and let's try doing this in the, so now full forward pitch in the low rate. Maybe we start off in the high rate. Yeah, you must start off in the high rate because that is extremely slow. So real docile in that rate. It picks up a little bit. I guess the speed kind of ramps in this lower rate, I guess. So you start off kind of slow and then it gets into it, I guess. So we'll go in this higher rate just in case we get a gust of wind here or something. Let's see if we can get a nice shot of the park area here. Go up a little higher. My Wi-Fi has frozen, but it probably will come back. Let it drift a little bit, so I don't know exactly what I'm getting as far as picture here. Let's come back and see if we can get the Wi-Fi to come back. This has been a fairly reliable with the Wi-Fi signal here. There we go, we're back now. So let's back it up, and it froze again. And we're back. Let's not hit the tree though. And let's go over a little bit this way. I'm gonna show you just the quad. This one doesn't flip or anything like that. Oh yeah, I got a little squirrely there for a second. So there it is here. Why don't we just show a landing here real quick? So there's your landing. Auto land. You can kind of maneuver it a little bit, but I find that if you give it any sort of throttle after you hit the auto land button, it's going to cancel the auto land. So this one also does record in I think 1.5 minute or 2 minute clips. So if you lose your video or you know, you lose power or something, you're not going to lose, in theory, all of your files, your video files. So let's check out the emergency button, see if that, so there we go. There's your emergency button. Just hold it down and it's going to kill your motors. So if you get in a situation where you got to kill the motors, just hold that button down, or you can do it in the app here also. So pretty cool little quad, and it will fly via the app. But as you guys well know, I am not a huge proponent of app flying. So I'm not gonna do that today. How about we go through the swing set here? Get a little funky, a little daring with the UDI. Not too bad, huh? Also get a nice LVC warning with this one, and it will auto land itself after a while. Kind of getting eaten alive by the bugs here. Let's get super daring. Go in the, should we go in here? This is a horrible idea. I'm gonna do it. What's gonna happen here? Let's go under. This does have altitude hold, so flying in tight spaces like this, it gets a little squirrely. But can kind of do it. And it does have the nice prop guards, so if you want to do this, oh! Lost control over there for a second. Oh, the battery popped out too. So there you go. Got a little too daring with the UDI. So you also get a lost connection remote. So let's reset everything here. So we're gonna have to turn this on. There's a durability test for you. How about that? See, that's exactly what I was talking about with the, and we're connected now. Exactly what I was talking about with the video files. If, so the battery popped out there, so probably lost the video files of it flying through the truck thing here. Maybe we'll try that one more time. I'm not sure if we got that because of the crash there. So we are connected now to the Wi-Fi network. Go back to our Flying C app and controls. Start our video again. Oh, it told me to insert SD card. SD card pop out? Let's see here. Just pop it in and out real quick. Try that. There we go. we're recording now. So let's go up in the air here. Probably should have calibrated it again, but it is, oh, not again. Yeah, it had a little drift there, so I suggest calibrating this every time you got to restart it. I forgot to do it that time. So we're connected, so now I'm going to calibrate it again, and let's go back. We're not in the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is not connected yet. I'll just give it a minute. It probably will pop up on the screen here. Let's see if we can get in the shade, and I'll show you. There's your app. Let me just go back. As soon as I go in there, it's going to tell me it's connected. Obtaining IP address, and now it's connected. So basically what I said, as soon as I got in there, it was gonna do its thing. So UDI RC, it is the Flying C app. Let's start our video, and let's not crash this time. Let's not crash into the pole. Getting too big for my britches over here. So we are recording again, yes, no, yes. So let's do it again. Let's go through let's go through here and under there. I'll come around this way this time. And then up. There we go. Through the swings maybe. Nice thing about it is it's got the wide angle lens, so everything looks kind of cool when you go through it in close proximity. Pay attention to what you're doing there, Walshy. Almost ran into the swing set, looking down at the FPV screen. So pretty good camera on it. What do you think? What do you think of this camera? Let's do a little droney, huh? Do a droney shot. So I'm gonna start on me here. Come in a little lower right there, and bye-bye. See you guys. Uh-oh, I yawed it. Not the best. Let's do it again. That was not a good droney. Let's go back one more time. One more time. Come on in here. Mr. Navigator. Where we at? Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. So, bye. Uh-oh, we're getting a LVC warning. You guys hear that? So I'm gonna stop my video. And let's go back. Oh, it's gonna land itself here. So there you go. Your UDI. You get the beeping there from the controller, the transmitter. So then this is gonna be what happens if you lose total connection. You get this beep. You hear that beep? So that's your lost alarm. So if you fly out of range or something like that, that's what's gonna happen for you. So we'll just shut that off. We don't want that beeping at us. So pretty big fan of this Navigator. You saw, we gave it some durability tests, held up to the durability tests. It flies pretty well. Does get a little squirrely sometimes with the app, so you might want to be a little cautious about where you're flying this, and be a little wary about flying it over water and things like that. But if you just want to come out and have some fun and get some nice video of your adventures, this one's decent one. It's one of the better toy quads lenses. It's got, does it say the degree? It is a 1 megapixel, it says on here. HD camera, it is 720p. I'm not exactly sure of the degrees of the wide angleness, if that's even a word. But you know, you got a kid who's an aspiring filmmaker, wants to get some aerial video. This is a really nice one. It's very stable flyer. It does have the prop guards, so if I had those on, I wouldn't have had any problems over there. I have a video of myself flying this through my car. I had the prop guards on. I bumped the steering wheel and it didn't even crash. So the prop guards do work very well, protect the props. They're lightweight. It actually flies pretty well. Not sure of the exact flight time today. Landed it a couple times and did the emergency stop. We'll try to get a total estimated flight time here. I'm getting around just over 6 minutes with this particular one. The manual says 6 to 7. Usually I get closer to 6, but I like to fly a little faster. So there you go. Thanks again to DroCon for sending me the Navigator. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll leave you guys with some more aerial footage and maybe some video of the Navigator flying around, and we'll catch you in the next one.